S&P 500 futures every single day for a full year, and we're going to journal the process so that we can improve our execution and solve our mistakes faster. Today is day 83. Let's go over market analysis a little bit to see how, where we think the market is going, and I'll explain later how I made the $250 I made today. So today was 252.9, had a pretty good day here, had some red day the week before. So need this week to be really green, and it's starting out well. So levels that we're looking at 69.25. I think if we can get above this, we're bullish. As long as we're above the 6900, we're bearish, and I expect that if we ever come back to it, to reject. Let's go over the data here. So yesterday I talked about this trend line. I said that, I think we're gonna build a new trend line, and this new trend line is the downtrend. So you have this upper line here, and then we can potentially start this bottom line here as well. I'm gonna delete this one because I don't think it's that relevant anymore. This zone here is where I expect us to be bearish and shorting the 68.80 to 69-ish plus zone. So as you can see, a lot of the moving averages are going downwards. They're diverging to the downside, which shows us that we're in that bearish market now. You can also see that based on this trend line here, where we had one rejection up here and here, this is where we started the base of the trend line, and then we had another one here, and then yesterday we hit it again right before market open. And then as market opened, we came to touch that 10-minute moving average, got smacked down to the bottom of the trend line, and then touched it again, got smacked down. Now we're about to touch it one more time here. At some point we could break a little bit higher and touch this for another move down. So I think we'll continue to do that until invalidation. Invalidation would be if we break over this trend line and then start using this trend line as back test, which is also possible. It just needs enough volume to do it. We had a few signals today. Let's see. We had 9:30 market structure for bearish signal, and then the DP buy signal at 10 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. we had an oversold signal, which worked out perfectly. We did get that oversoldness, and we pushed back up very high at the end of the day. Very strong move. It was overall pretty decent trading day, and I'll show you where we bounced as well. So yesterday I had shorted this resistance here at open, and then I had a long at 2-hour MOB here. So that was over here at the yellow line, around 68.30 area. I started going long. Well, I put a bunch of orders there, and it just automatically got filled when that happened. And the reason I did that was because I seen us hit here and here previously, and it's bounced pretty well and had pretty strong bounces as well, which, and even here and here. So that's how I know that 2-hour MOB line is pretty effective. Even though we eventually broke it over here in this area, this is going to be one of the first few times we're hitting it. So that's why I expect it to show some strength and work well. And it did. It does as it should. So that was good. I think going forward tomorrow, there is potential for a squeeze back up at some point here. Now that we're at the MOB and we're holding. So as long as we're above the MOB, there's a potential for a strong bounce upwards. Could even go as high as 69.10s, and then but if we break it again, we could also continue to break much further to the downside, like one in this situation here. It really depends on all the data coming out, such as CPI, PPI, and then there's a potential Bank of Japan rate hike. All those things could be a bearish initiator to kind of push the market down some more. So we'll see how things play out. But until then, we'll just play these levels. So we'll just play these trend lines and keep taking small profits until things invalidate itself. So I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys got a good idea of the market analysis from that, and make a lot of money, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.